Welcome back to another episode of Days Tarot. I'm your host, Deja, and today we're going to start off with the new spread for all four elements for the month of September. We're going to focus on wealth, health, love, advice from your higher self, spirit animal messages as well. And at the end of the card pull, I'm going to go ahead and do an individual card pull for each sign of that element. We're going to do Earth element, so Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, okay, for the month of September. What is your wealth looking like for the month of September? Here. Earth signs for the month of September. For wealth. Earth signs. Feel some kind of resistance, right? Or maybe like a pull in one direction. Okay. It's ultimately for joy. For health, for air signs. You might have air in your placements. Air signs might be up in here cross-watching as well. You could have air in your big three, or lack of air and need some more air. Got two of them. I'm gonna keep them. Ooh, they don't want to be. They want to be kept on the flow. I tell you that. Some resistance in love. Not focusing on love. Earth signs. I said love and stuff started really just stumbling all over the place, huh? Could be up guarded in your castle, not looking for love right now. Closed off or juggling too many options. Either one of those degrees of that kind of spectrum in love life. Yeah, some resistance from your higher self. Okay, let's go back. Resend these cards. Earth energy. That's from your higher self. Advice for earth signs for September. September higher self. Stubborn. Get that advice. We're gonna get this advice. Yeah. You might not want to hear it, but it's time. It's time. Y'all need a message, Earth signs, because y'all been stuck in y'all's ways. Like, y'all been stuck in y'all's finances and work, right? There's no room for love. You gotta get this paper. And I understand that, but there's no reason to be hard-hearted. There's no reason to not have any balance. Yeah. Look, every message y'all are trying to block, and I haven't even started talking. Calm down, Earth signs. I love y'all. Okay? Your loyalty knows no bounds, but it got to be to yourself. Earth sign, spirit guides. Month of September. All right, Earth signs. Let's get started. Let's see what's going on, okay? What's going on? For your money. Courage, 5. So there could be some fire energy there, Leo. This is another kind of strength card, but it's kind of a more delicate one, right? Let me see. Now we're getting quiet because that change is 5, right? Earth signs being fixed it's a joke, right? It's earth energy. You got to move. You got to feel courage. You got to also stay grounded, but also live a little. Have courage to shake things up, right? So, okay, it could be a scenario of you have your money together. You have a stable job. You have a stable career, stable income, but there's something missing. You have to have courage to move forward with something, right? That journey. It may be time to have courage to go through those mountains and find yourself. Yeah. That lotus is self-enlightenment. That machete is cutting down those obstacles. You know, the whip is to straighten things out, the comb for perseverance, moving forward. So it's having the balance of all these things, but you're sitting and you're sitting stagnant, you know, trying to figure out which way to go. The only way forward is through, right? Let's see what else is going on. Wealth, balance, yeah. Balance out that heart chakra. Because it could be a little rocky up in there, right? I'm sorry, so cheesy. I literally thought of like a freaking rock heart, right? That was kind of like crumbled on half of a piece of it, right? Most of that one side is stone up in there, but it's also full of sedimentary rock that's kind of like stacked like pebbles up in there, just kind of stacked into it like a heart. Like half of it is kind of like stuck there, and the other half is like crumbling to pieces, and it's full of pebbles, and you can see it. So it's being built, right? It's kind of like this. Half of it, wow, half of it is solid, and half of it has little pebbles, right? Same thing here. The background is the same. So it's that harmonizing both of those energies, because we all have both masculine and feminine energies, right? And this is inward. When I look at these cards inverse, they really kind of mean the same thing up and down, but intuitively I do still take, you know, that into consideration when I see these cards upside down, and that's going inward, balancing out your inner self within the world, right? Because these two could be the blocks of the world, and you're this circle with the pie, and you're looking, you know, you're trying, it's like balancing yourself out in that masculine energy, but what about that feminine energy though? Yeah, and that's that health, right? Going out to nature, going out through the woods, walking barefoot, maybe even doing some grounding yoga or meditation, or maybe not even grounding, just sitting and enjoying the view, enjoying the smell of the flowers, enjoying all of your senses. Please your senses and come back. You might not need to be down to earth anymore. You might need to be a little up in the air. You know, you may need to balance that out and play. Health, play. You're really health conscientious. So it's not like, oh, you need to, but no, you need to relax. Yeah, look at that. Surrender to the divine for the love. Look at that big moon. You're looking at that crown chakra, that third eye chakra, releasing. Surrender to the divine. It's time. If you have been too focused on the material, in September, it's time to come back down to earth or up in the clouds, because as above, so below, you have to have balance. Something is like in your face and you can't avoid it, and that's going deep within, surrendering to the spiritual as well as the practical and the material. There's a spiritual world out there that's way bigger than us. Even you can believe in a higher power. You can believe in source, God, spirit. You can believe in the unthinkable, right? In the unachievable. You achieve that. So think big when it comes to the spirit as well. Because also the energy is gaining momentum. So you could be in the process of finding that spiritual self, right? It goes from the big elephant in the room to something that's calmer, more tame, because now you start flowing. Now you start flowing. Look at that. You start flowing. It looks like water. Different shades of the divinity within you. That's probably the wisdom that's trying to come down. It's that wisdom that's like trying to come down. You're like, oh, what the hell is that? And it's like, but I'm trying to help you. And you're like, no, I know what I'm doing. I got this. And it's like, I know you know what you're doing, but let me drive. Let me try the boat. Let me help. Let me help. That's what you guys saying. Let me help. Let me help you. Whatever you need. You have a whole spiritual team that's there that can only help you if you ask for it, though. They can't help you unless you ask. Everything needs consent, okay? Just like this material world needs your consent in order for you to consume it, so does your spiritual life and your spiritual self, a spiritual being. It needs to be tended to. And that can deal with your love, right? Love within yourself, so that can be reflected back out. It could also be dealing with a spiritual person to kind of balance out your practical self as well. Keep that. The higher self message is Wings of Ice's untamed, or hold on, sorry. Untaming. You may need to be untamed, okay? Get wild. Uniting with the angelic self. Yeah, because divinity is both masculine and feminine. It's both good and bad. It's both happy and sad. It's balance. You can't have one without the other. You can be the most practical person, but if your spirit ain't right, you get half nowhere. You can't spread your wings. You can't fly. You're too busy being stuck and rooted in the ground. So it's time for the weed to be plucked out of the earth and be used for a higher purpose, right? It's like taking dandelions out of your front yard and then thinking, oh, it can't be used anymore. This is impractical. It was supposed to be in the ground. Strategic, fixation. It needs to be fixated on higher things, fixated on the spiritual realms, fixated on balancing out that cobra energy, that kundalini energy, that enlightenment. Spirit has messages for you and wants you to open up those doors, right? Wings of Isis. But only whenever you're ready. There's no rush. But it's for your highest self. It's for your best self. It's for you to get further. You want to get further, right? You want to get further in the rat race. You want to drive further and run harder and run faster and float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Well, in order for you to sting like a bee, you got to float. In order for you to float, you got to stay ungrounded. In order for you to stay ungrounded, you got to shake up your routine. Put some energy in there. Get some fire, get some air in there. Get some movement, right? The Wing of Isis, you have a special spiritual relationship with the angelic worlds. Part of your soul purpose is to birth angelic consciousness and values such as fearlessness, compassion, service into the human culture. This oracle brings you angelic assistance and intervention and confirmation that any impressions you may have had that you belong not only to the human kingdom but also to the angelic one are correct. Yes. No. Look. What am I trying to say? Not only are you the bull, the goatfish, the water maiden, or the maiden, you're also the angel, the fish part of that goat. You know what I mean? There's balance in all things. You have a special spiritual relationship with the angelic worlds and are helping to birth angelic qualities of fearlessness, light, service, and the greater good and alignment of divine will into human form. This is no small task, and although you are well equipped to succeed, there are beings that wish to assist you, so they may help you grow too, and your success may be more graceful and swift. Isis, divine winged mother, goddess, and angel of healing, wishes to assist you with unconditional love now. You are guided to accept angelic assistance and ask for Lady Isis, who loves you unconditionally, to assist you with integrating angelic energies into your consciousness and life. You will be asked to lift yourself to higher and higher vibrational states of awareness, and this may mean letting go of certain relationships, practices, or states of being, or even particular habits or thought patterns that would that will lower your vibration into fear, doubt, or shame. So give that up. Give yourself permission to just let things happen. You do not need to force anything. It is a matter of softening, allowing, and trusting what feels right for you with absolute faith, bold, and radical acceptance. It will be okay. There are others like you on this planet, beloved initiate. Though far from the majority, you occupy a special role in the evolution of human consciousness as it connects more deeply entwines with the natural world. The more you accept this part of you, the more you shall draw into your world others like you. You shall draw into your world others like you. There you go. You would just feel comfortable with each other because you all hold a similar refined vibration. Even in the midst of ordinary everyday relationship, there is a sense of easy connection, mutual understanding, and spiritual acknowledgement. This oracle is also a confirmation that if you have been asking to connect with your angels, praying to a particular angel or archangel, or have been thinking more about angels lately, that genuine connection has been made between you and the angelic kingdom. The angels send you love and peace now and say, "We are with you, beloved one." Yeah, so believe. And if you've been asking for answers, keep going, because they'll hear you. It's not going unchecked. It's not going unheard. Again, it's having that openness for unconditionality, unconditional love, unconditional peace, unconditional understanding, these type of things, unconditional grace, mercy, thankfulness, gratitude. Excuse me. Yeah, releasing the things, as I burp, releasing the things that no longer serve you. And it can be as simple as attitude and thoughts. Camel for the spirit. Oops, I guess you don't want that one. Candle for the spirit animal. Trust that you have the resources to get through the challenges before you. Yeah, you're already equipped. Mentally, emotionally, physically, you're already equipped. Just balance out that spiritual so that the emotional can balance out as well. And you can see it you can see it as much in a practical way as you possibly can and want to, but you still need to eventually acknowledge the mystery of it all. You know what I mean? The things that you can, the untangibles, the unfantables. You can dream really big and manifest that in this reality. So dream the same dream when it comes to the spirit realm, because it's bigger than this as well. It's a really important part, just like this physical is. So you've mastered the physical. Now it's time to balance it out with spirituality and practicality. I love it, Earth signs. I love it. Tough love, but for the most part, y'all, like abundance. Yeah, man. Earth signs, y'all got it. All right, let's see, Taurus. For September, Taurus. Okay. You got to stop inwardly. So stop the inward storm of thoughts, the inward storm of struggle coming from a place of lack. Or stop and take a breath of fresh air, because you've been working super hard. You've been going, and sometimes even the bull needs to take a water break, needs to take a food break, needs to take a chill pill. You can't bulldoze through everything, including all your problems. So take the time to stop where you're at sometimes. Also incorporate that throughout the day, right? Say if you work in an office or work at home, could be an entrepreneur, corporate, it doesn't matter. And you work long hours, right? Being earth energy, most of the earth signs I know typically, and this is just my experience, right? Generally speaking, a lot of earth signs don't mind working long hours, right? Because more money comes more power, of course, comes more freedom as well, to buy things, to escape, to have vacations, to enjoy what you're doing when you're not working, right? Enjoy the fruits of your labor. But sometimes, just as much as it's needed to keep going, it's needed to stop. It's needed to rest. It's needed to go inward. You can't work away the frustration and the pain. You can't work away the distractions. That's what it is. It's just distractions, right? So take a breath of fresh air. Take a stop sometimes throughout the day. Take a break. Step back from your computer. Step back from whatever you're doing and go out for some air. You know what I mean? Because it's like September is going to force you to stop. It's going to force you to surrender. It's going to force you to have courage, to slow down on things that you need to slow down on, and also think through the things that you need to move forward with. Because again, that courage card is pulling out. So it's real, that root chakra energy, healing that wounded child and foundational trauma, right? Virgo energy. Virgo for September. Flow, inward flow. Could be Aquarius energy. You could have some fixed energy in that, because Virgo is mutable, right? So you do know how to go with some kind of flow, the flow of earth, right? The flow of communication. So let it out. Go with the tides and the twists and the turns. Go with the emotional flow that's trying to take you out. Let it swim through the earth, right? Because the earth, again, will dry up. The air will help dry up the earth, right? Together, they can dry up all the water that's rushing through it. So if this is a heavy time, this is an emotional time, let it go, let it flow. Give it and surrender it to whatever you believe in, the highest one, the highest good of yourself, right? Also, in another light, this could be communicating, inward communicating though. That inner voice, how critical is it? Does it need a rain check? Does it need a break? Does it need to be washed and cleansed so it can be renewed? Or which one are you listening to? You know what I mean? Communicate, write it down. Also, for my writers, write a book. Or write that blog, or start that YouTube, start that account. Go for it. Let it flow out. Do it privately, like get a diary. Make a scrapbook, make a vision board, something to get in the flow. Go see some water. Go to the lake. Capricorn. Abundance. Okay, Cappy Cap. Look at that. Abundant. You are abundant. So it's going to come in. It's flowing in. Also, there are many pieces of you that should flow, right? The more you let yourself flow, the more you allow yourself to be free, the more you'll keep growing and glowing. I love it. Also, if it feels scattered and kind of unbalanced, that's because it's bringing in that new energy that's needed. It's like, I feel like this is like either, okay, one, I see a strawberry. I don't know, maybe you like strawberries, maybe you need to eat some fruit, maybe you need to start that garden, maybe you need to check your garden, where you watering and stuff, but I see a strawberry, really up close and detailed, and what you have with the strawberry details, you have the seeds. And what you can do with those seeds is you can roll them out and you can resprinkle them so they can grow. Look at that. It's like a source that gives and keep giving and get. Oh, look at that. It's called abundance. Okay. Also, I see tire tracks or a shoe track. Okay, maybe go hiking. Can be like a footprint, right? I don't know, Cap, but I love it. It's feeling really good. Allow that abundance to come in. Money gonna be flowing in. Good health, good wealth, balance. It's air in between these earths. Balance. You can have air placements in there. Wondering why stuff go chaotic, but you always know how to keep grounded. As long as you believe, you can achieve, right? And you've proven that to yourself. So keep believing that you're successful and nothing more than abundant. It's all yours. All right, Earth signs. There's balance in here. I like September for y'all. I do. I think that you got this. You always got this. But let them on your spirit team help you get this too. That's all they're asking for. They want to be a part of the pie. And they can do a lot more than you might be giving them credit for. They can do a lot more than you could possibly ever phantom. Just give them a chance. Okay? Go inward. Work on spirit. Talk to spirit. Talk to God. Talk to your higher self. Talk to your childhood self so you can heal. Talk to the divine masculine and divine feminine. Let them marry themselves within you. Because we all have those energies. And you have to balance out the practicality with spirituality. Okay? So that's enough of that. I hope y'all enjoyed this reading. Thank you for staying here with me. Also, cross watchers as well. Have a good night. Have a good morning. Have a good whatever. Good night. Bye.